Hey there folks, it's CJ here with another update from Lap Bar Nation. So in this update, I'm going to try and cover what Universal Orlando has in store for Mardi Gras 2017. Now this year's Mardi Gras at Universal is turning out to be quite spectacular. I was able to visit the very first day of the event back a couple weeks ago on February 4th. Now let me tell you, Universal every year keeps outdoing themselves. The floats are bright and colorful with new LED lighting and awesome special effects. Great tasting food, ice cold beer, cocktails, and awesome concerts every week. Now this year's event is hosting 12 giant floats, and half of them are brand spanking new. The new floats are all themed to mythical creatures, and let me tell you, they look stunning. Now the official names, which I'm sourcing from the Universal Orlando blog site, which, if you didn't know, is our main source of all things Universal. Anyways, the names are, and I'm gonna mess these up, so I apologize: Manticore's Majesty, Rise of the Garuda, The Dance of the Dragon, Phoenix from the Flames, Garden Sprites, and The Flight of the Pegasus. Now, these are pretty cool concepts if you ask me, especially for this year. Speaking of pretty cool, did you know that the past 22 years, Kern Studios has actually been creating the floats for Universal? Now, if you do a quick Google search for Kern Studios, you'll find that they are located in New Orleans, and they actually create all the floats for the real Mardi Gras up in Louisiana. Now, this year's event is going to run a record 50 straight nights. Now, that's 50 nights of parades, beads, beignets, jambalaya, mixed cocktails, colorful costumes, and of course confetti. Now this year's event will also feature 12 amazing concerts. On select nights, usually a Saturday, a different big name headliner will be set to perform, and the artist lineups are going to include Trace Adkins, Neo, Collective Souls, X Ambassadors, Fifth Harmony, Yandel, Olivia Newton-John, UB40, Toby Keith, Jason Derulo, Earth, Wind & Fire, and the All-American Rejects. So, a pretty cool thing happened. I actually got to ride and throw beads on one of the Mardi Gras floats. And not just any float. We got to ride on the very front of King Gator himself. Now, if you don't know who King Gator is, he's this huge 3-piece float that ends the parade every year. Now this experience was awesome. We actually signed up through an annual pass email. Now it took us about 2 weeks to hear back, but our date was finally confirmed. Now if you're not an annual pass holder, there are 2 more possible ways for you to ride the floats. The second way, you should spot people out in the park looking for volunteers. They're usually dressed up in Mardi Gras costumes. And then the last way is when we went to check in, we noticed a lot of people waiting in a standby line. So the check-in process actually happens back in Kid Zone at the Barney Courtyard. So if you're wanting to do this, I recommend getting back there about 2.5 hours before the parade starts, just to be safe. The whole experience was awesome. The footage that I got wasn't super amazing, as I was way too focused on throwing beads and trying not to clunk people in the head. Anyways, if you have seen the parade, I do highly recommend trying to get on as a bead thrower. It was such an awesome experience. And here are some cool, interesting facts about Mardi Gras. Mardi Gras is incomplete without masks, and this tradition started hundreds of years ago because people wanted to mingle with each other without class constraints and social demands. The first ever Mardi Gras celebration in the US took place in Mobile, Alabama in 1703. However, today it holds the second largest celebration, with New Orleans leading the way. In 1875, Mardi Gras was announced a legal state holiday in Louisiana. Currently, the same holds true in 8 parishes of the state, as well as in Alabama and Florida. Well, I guess that pretty much wraps things up for this episode. Thanks for watching here on Lap Bar Nation. Please leave a comment down below if you have ever been to a Universal Mardi Gras event. Also, don't forget to like and subscribe for more theme park updates in the future. As we grow our subscriber base, we promise that we will cover more theme parks from around the world. So please tell your friends and family about Lap Bar Nation. Thanks for watching and have a great day.